Former U.S. attorneys Christina Nolan and Michael Drescher were both appointed to the state's highest court.
Nolan's confirmation was easily confirmed by the majority of the Senate, but Drescher's came down to a rare tie-breaking vote. NBC5's James Maloney is live for us at the State House tonight. James, this is pretty significant.
Yes, Brian and Liz, you guys are exactly right. Drescher's nomination literally divided the Senate, but now he has a seat on Vermont's highest court thanks to Lieutenant Governor John Rogers.
Lieutenant Governor. Yes.
With just one yes vote, former prosecutor Michael Drescher will have a seat on the bench of Vermont's highest court.
It's unfortunate that it became political.
A rare Senate tiebreak coming after hours of discussion, debate, and multiple hearings last month. Christina Nolan was confirmed 23-7, but for Drescher, the deliberation was much longer, with Democrats voting for a recess to discuss if Drescher's nomination should go back to committee. A motion to do that was not voted on in the full Senate.
However you vote, this is political, and you have chosen a side.
Drescher has taken heat from Democrats for his role in litigating two high-profile Vermont immigration cases last year. He represented the feds in court after college activists Mohsen Madawi and Rumeysa Ozturk claimed that they had been wrongfully detained. Those cases are still in federal court. Democratic Senator Becca White knows Madawi from his ties to the Upper Valley and calls him a friend.
The physical consequences of Mr. Drescher's defense of the federal government was not just felt by me personally or by the people who stayed detained for days unlawfully, but it was felt deeply by my community.
Drescher told lawmakers last month that his legal challenges were ethical and that he was just doing his job. Two Democrats crossed party lines Tuesday to vote for his confirmation.
A no vote would not be resistance. A no vote would accomplish exactly what they want.
Senators Robert Plunkett and Seth Bongartz saying this vote is an opportunity to not give in to fears that the Trump administration has created. But most of their fellow Democrats didn't see it that way. Senate Majority Leader Keisha Ram Hinsdale believes the final decision will follow the lieutenant governor during his re-election campaign.
You should know there are great responsibilities to having that tie-breaking vote, and this should be a question during campaign season.
And the last time a tie-breaking vote was needed in the Senate was in 2019 under then Lieutenant Governor David Zuckerman. That bill was related to housing safety. Both Drescher and Nolan will be sworn in to their seats this week for the lifetime position. Live in Montpelier, James Maloney, NBC5 News.